Hi friends, thanks for choosing our video. For more videos, subscribe our channel and hit that bell icon for notification.
I'm gonna burn this.
Out of every upcoming MCU Phase 4 project, people are talking the least about Marvel's What If series for Disney Plus. That's because we don't know about the plotline of every episode that is to be a part of the series, and the fact that it isn't live action obviously won't help until we at least get a trailer. But having heard details of a couple of episodes, we have to say that the show could prove to be as exciting as the other Disney Plus projects, if not more. And now a new plotline of an episode has possibly been revealed.
Wanda, welcome home.
If you like our video, please hit that like button and share it. So far, there are 3 episodic storylines of the What If animated series that have been confirmed through the photos and videos that people got to see at San Diego Comic-Con 2019, D23 Expo 2019, and the photos that are present on the Disney Plus streaming service. Let's come back to these already confirmed episodes in a while, and the first talk about the new episode detail that has arrived through a resurfaced video from Variety.
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
Back when Variety attended the San Diego Comic-Con Hall H panel last year, they got the first-hand look at every Phase 4 project that was announced during the panel, and obviously What If was one of the shows that were featured. And the Variety attendant stated that along with the photos of Peggy Carter as Captain Britain and Steve Rogers as the first Iron Man from the 40s, he saw images of Peter Parker as Hawkeye. Now there might be a chance that the photos of Peter becoming Hawkeye could be just concept art ideas to let people know what kind of stories they could expect from the What If. But these images could surely be from one of the episodes, because we know for sure that Marvel is a fan of swapping character identities for this show.
Buckled in?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good, Arrow guy.
So let's talk about how things could go if this were to be the case. Firstly, it might be plausible that Peter Parker is the Hawkeye instead of Clint Barton, and he goes on to become an OG Avenger like Hawkeye became one. Or secondly, it could be the case where instead of Tony Stark, it was Clint who recruited Peter Parker, trained him, and the two became close. Peter may or may not have been bitten by a radioactive spider. We will have to wait for the specific details and a confirmation of this episode. If Peter and Tony would not have developed a relationship, then Avengers Endgame might have gone totally differently. Tony may not have got the right motivation to solve time travel, and thus the Avengers could have lost together. Or maybe Endgame would not have happened at all, as changing one particular element in reality could lead to a sort of chain effect that leads to other major changes in several events. Now let's get to the reason why an identity swap or a relationship swap related to Peter Parker is a possibility. The first episode of the series will have Peggy Carter take the super soldier serum and become Captain Britain, while Steve Rogers gets an Iron Man suit that Howard Stark designs for him. In another episode, T'Challa gets swapped with Peter Quill instead of young Peter Quill from Missouri. Yondu might pick up a young T'Challa from Wakanda, and that would drastically change the events of T'Challa and Wakanda. T'Challa would go on to become Star-Lord, and Wakanda might not have a successor after King T'Chaka's death, as Shuri won't be old enough to rule, and probably the likes of M'Baku and Killmonger will become the king of Wakanda. Furthermore, the events of Infinity War will also be changed.
Let's have some fun.
The third episode that has been confirmed is a Marvel Zombies episode where photos have shown Bucky fighting zombie Captain America. Another rumored episode plotline has stated that instead of Thor, Loki might prove to be worthy of Mjolnir. But this one is to be taken as a grain of salt because it seems a little too simple for the plot of a What If episode. Let's see what happens.